Okay, okay, look, I know I said one video for 30 days, but as you could clearly see, past few days, I kind of did not film a video for you, and I've just had to post older videos I've already made. So sorry for like posting late. Technically, I think I missed one day already, but it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna stick to our goal. And oh my god, we're actually very close to like 500 subscribers. We're in like seven, yeah, five, six subscribers away. And it's funny because like it feels like I have so many ideas for like videos to make, but I don't know. I guess like there's just it's this thing that I always say where like um think less, do more. You know, because like so many of us like think so much and plan so much, but we have trouble with executing. You know, because like planning and executing are like two different modes that you have to be switching around. It takes like skill. You know, it's a bit of a habit for like you know, to switch and learn to like plan and then execute, plan and execute, execute and plan, you know? And honestly, like, I feel like just like not even planning, sometimes it might be like the best way to go, you know? Like, having an idea and be like, okay, like, I'm not gonna have everything figured out, but I'm just gonna start with this and I'm gonna see where it goes, you know? And you like let yourself develop that idea live instead of just like developing the whole like 10-step plan all in your brain. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, I want to give an example painting, right? I paint sometimes. So, I'll show you right now. Here's like a painting that I've been working on, right? So, if I were to just stare at it and think about the next 100 brush strokes that I would make, I would be fatigued like, just by thinking about it, just by planning. And then when it would be time to execute, I would have a hard time remembering those 100 brush strokes, you know, and all that. And I would get confused, and then I might get disappointed, or like I might not be the way I wanted, and blah blah blah. And it's unmotivating, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. And I don't like it, and I made a mistake, and I did not follow the plan, and blah blah blah. You know, scrap all that. You get your canvas. You don't think. You don't imagine. You don't picture a picture. You just get your what's the word? Pens? No, brush. You just get your brush. You use your paint. You dip it in paint, and you just paint. And whatever comes out, comes out. That's the way I like to paint. Because even this, like, I didn't plan to paint this. I don't know. I was just doing stuff, and then like stuff looked like other stuff, and I just was following whatever I thought it looked like. And yeah, and as you can see, like I redid some parts, and I am the type of person that does that. Where like I don't like this, I'm gonna go back and fix it. So I like doing that a lot. I even put some candles, like candle wax on it. Oopsie doopsie, it's okay. But you know, it's like I don't tell you. You know, like sometimes the best way to learn and to create something great, a masterpiece, yes, this is a masterpiece. It's not done yet, but like, it's to just start. It's just to start creating, you know? Because like, I would have probably never like painted this if I like sat down and just thought of ideas. Probably wouldn't have. And so many other of my paintings would be something similar as well. But, like I would have never painted that, you know? I started painting and I just did not think. I just listened to music, I vibed, and I just let the energy flow into me, you know? And that's the way like we should live our lives a bit when it comes to like creating things, like art, videos, or whatever. Because I feel like when it comes to like approaching science, like when it comes to engineering and science, like there's a bit more thought to it. But it's also like I would to like rush it when it comes to engineering and like building things is to just create. You know, like engineering is just trial and error constantly. It's constantly trying things and failing, you know? And instead of it being like something creative and subjective like art, it's more practical, obvious, like engineering, right? Where like we can obviously see what works and what doesn't, right? Like for example, let's say I want to put this two pencils together. Okay, I'm having a hard time. It's not working. Whoop. Okay. But let's say, oh look, I can like maybe trial and error. Oh, it's not working. Maybe I can try something. Oh wait, look, maybe this didn't work, but this could work, and blah blah blah. And you're like, Maria, what are you doing? What is this pencils? Why is this like a metaphor to engineering? It's because like that's the thing. It's just trying. It's just executing and figuring things out as you go. Because I feel like that's such a like I think it's a skill that we don't really talk about, you know, the skill of just like figuring things out as you go, like being adaptable, right? And absorbing knowledge fast and recognizing patterns. This is like where all of this comes into play, right? Because you know, when painting, I'm recognizing things, I'm recognizing patterns, I'm recognizing something like, okay, this looks a bit like a tree. Okay, this, okay, I don't know. Maybe let me put, I have some red spray paint, I'll put it on top. Kind of looks like a flower. Or let me like, I don't know, make her like Mother Nature or something. I don't know, you know, stuff like that. And engineering is more of like, again, like recognizing things that could work together, more like systems and circuits and you know patches and whatever. And personally, like yeah, stuff like that more. And but like it's mostly like there's a lot of math. But like the thing is, like in order to like start creating cool things, you just have to like create something, you know, and like creating things doesn't just have to be art. It can also be science based, you know. But like obviously like I don't know, I feel like everything is art by itself because like even like designing a bridge or like a robot, like there's like some art to it, you know, because like how you're gonna make its face and its body and how is the bridge gonna look and you know, because like of course there's like logistics. There's just like an artistic part to everything, which is very fun to think about. I mean, like you cannot avoid art. Art is like all around me right now. Or like even like as I'm looking, have my teddy bears, which is like art, and like everything like it's been designed by someone. Like all of this, someone designed all of these things. Someone designed all of these things. You know, postcards, the stickers, the wallpaper, even the AC, and even like the desk that I'm putting my phone on. Like someone designed this. You know, like and obviously like I'm not saying how like all of these things might have come up to be like you know there wasn't like an executive planning or whatever, but like you don't know so many things just kind of happen out of like nowhere, out of like even like a doodle is that how you like write it, say it right. Or like I feel like even like many like cartoons, I think that I remember like I cannot tell you specifically, but you can Google like you know cartoons who actually were first designed on napkins because like literally like that's how their ideas came to be, like just on a rush on a random spur of a moment they have an idea and just do it, you know. And that's like the thing where like the amount when like the time between when you have an idea and when you're executing should be a bit shorter than it is right now perhaps. Obviously we don't always have great ideas and whatever, but like I think we tend to like personally. I'm gonna speak for me. I tend to shut down a lot of my ideas, and I used to tend to always do that. But then I realized that like you know even if you have bad ideas, that's okay. That's okay because like the more ideas you have, the more better ones you will have. And obviously sometimes you're gonna have like a bad one, let's say. But you just have to live and learn. You know, like you just have to live and learn and try. The best way to learn is just by doing things, just by trial and error. Like you can. It's that's the thing. It's like even like swimming. You can read as many books as you want about swimming. You can look at other people swimming. You can see tutorials about swimming, but like nothing is gonna teach you how to swim as you're trying to swim by yourself or like with anyone. I don't care. In the ocean, you know, no matter of books or videos or whatever, or like you talking about swimming, it's gonna help you actually learn to swim. You just actually have to go and do it, you know. And like that's the thing with like everything else, you know, because like I feel like that thing applies to like I don't want to say everything, like even like art, you know, like obviously there are some basics that you can learn and all that, but like you can learn as much as you want, but like if you don't practice it and you don't bring it out, it's gonna get forgotten. The information is gonna get rigid and dull, and it's not gonna be useful, and you will not be able to apply it. You know, that's really like when you get like when you learn new information, you find some type of way to use it or inform someone or like educate someone else about it, because then that information is like, oh, your brain thinks it's like an important information because it might be. I don't know. I speak so fast. I know it's fine. I'm like a robot, you guys. But yeah, like you learn the best when you're practicing. You're doing like you're not gonna learn to play an instrument without playing the instrument. You're not gonna learn a language without speaking language. You know. I mean, maybe you can read and all that, but you're never gonna learn how to speak a language when you're not speaking. You know, when you're not trying to speak. You're never gonna learn how to solve a math equation or whatever if you're not like actively solving math equations. You're not gonna learn how to become a better artist if you're not actively creating better art. And remember, you're not gonna learn how to become a better designer, artist, chef, baker, engineer, scientist, whatever, athlete when you're not practicing, when you're not doing, when you're stuck in planning. Because I feel like I'm sure that each one of us wants to do something, wants to be one of those things, and is one of those things. And all of us, like when you're training, think of yourself as an athlete, and all that. And when you're cooking, think of yourself as a chef and all that. But like that's the thing.